Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Listen, Saints, it's been a minute because we had to go ahead and finish off 2020 and get into 2021. Okay. And I'm just now noticing this is my first time talking to anybody in 2021. And what better way to start the year with a one-on-one with my boo, my fave, Kalanda KK Cloyd. Yeah, everybody can't call her KK, okay? I want to feel special still.
Right.
But
You
thank you
should.
to the next look, another installment. This is a special installment, a special one-on-one we are doing. Instead of us doing our Let's Talk Finance segment this week, I wanted to replace that with a live conversation with my friend Kalana Cloud. So you all do me one favor. Please, stop what you're doing. We're trying to build up our YouTube audience. Share the show. Go on YouTube and watch it. Subscribe to the show. Subscribe to FinOp. You all share, yada. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the play because listen, we trying to get big in these streets. We giving this free education. Oh, Kirk, help me out, KK.
Okay.
Isn't that what we
Okay.
doing?
No student loans, no financial aid needed. You come right for this one-on-one.
Listen, as we should. Okay.
Yes.
So all you have to do is just keep subscribing to me, getting this free. These resources, this free information, this free knowledge, because that's what we come to do. FinOp Consulting Group. We understand that it's just not the knowledge of finance that's a barrier to our investing, but we take a holistic approach to it, understanding that there are other things in our life that needs to have balance, and you can't ride on a wheel that's flat, y'all. You won't move fast. But we want to balance our lives out in every area. But specifically for us, we talking social and spiritual and physical and intellectual so that your wheels could move, so the wheels of life can move. Okay, so I'm done talking. That's enough for me. Listen, I had to do, this is my first time in 2021 talking, so I had to
Yes, get it out. Get it out.
Listen, while I'm at it, KK, you have to give me 10 more seconds to plug our new, professional income tax services is now FinOp tax prep services. So listen, all my clients who I was doing their taxes, everybody who need their taxes done. We are doing individual and business under FinOp tax prep services. Also, we are now offering financial planning. Yes, financial planning. We have a planner that will sit with you and you tell him how much you want to retire on, and he'll tell you 1,000 ways to get there. Okay, we're offering that. We're also offering credit repair. So get over to FinOp Consulting Group, FinOpConsultingGroup.com. Okay, book your appointment.
Book your appointment.
Now that that's done, listen, we got the politics out the way. We got the commercials. KK, talk to me. This is my friend Kalanda. I'm going to let her introduce herself. But she is an advocate for community leaders when it comes to Medicaid. But I'm going to let you tell us exactly who you are and what do you do.
Yes, I am Kalanda Cloyd, definitely. Okay, so I am a community advocate for the Medicaid program, for home health program as well. Adult daycare opening shortly as well. And also just basically an advocate for our disabled and our seniors throughout the whole community. And I have found it to be a mission to help our community members gain access to insurance. There is a big gap in insurance of uninsured community members between the ages of 18 and 62, because you can get Social Security mostly at 63 if you work and all that stuff, Medicare. But that gap there, and people are really dying and not being able to get medications. And we're going to dig into all of this, but I just wanted to give just an insight on, yes, this is a passion. I was a social service worker, so I did approve the community members at one time in a span of 8+ years to give them the Medicaid and food stamp benefits and child care and TANF assistance. So I am an insight that is now on the outside of the world. And I don't have all those restrictions that I have to help my people, basically.
Nice.
So I can do it now in a way to where I can't be fired by helping my people. So
Nice.
that's how I have to look at it. So I can bend over backwards if I choose to.
Listen, as you
If
should.
I choose
As you
to.
should. As you should.
Definitely, definitely. This actually stems from, I can recall, I have to be transparent, a
As you
moment in
should.
my life where I was a single mother
Mhm.
working for the state of Missouri, barely making ends meet. I was $2 over eligibility to receive health care, food stamps,
Mm,
child care,
mm,
any of that. $2 over
mm,
with one child.
mm,
So things need to be changed and reevaluated. But first, it starts with us, and it starts
mhm.
with our leaders within the community who are able to reach others and make an impact in their lives. Sometimes our cousin them tell us the wrong things, and we listen to our friends and family, and it's just not accurate information. So I am here today to clean a lot of that up.
As you should. Listen, get us
Yeah.
together. Help us.
Uh-huh.
That's why we're glad you're here. You said you didn't want to dig into it, but that's what you may as well do. Dig into it.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
okay, and let me say this. This is coming from someone who is a tax preparer.
okay.
And I see a lot of people with Obamacare, and it really is a burden because if you don't make, they judge your eligibility for Obamacare and how much you have to pay out of pocket according to your income the prior year. So if you make another dollar, you are fined. So and then the more you make over, the more heavily you're fined. And I'm talking heavy fines, and nothing against Obamacare, because we understand everybody need health care coverage. But what is the difference between Medicaid and Obamacare?
So there is a lot of differences, definitely.
Mhm.
The Obamacare has given more of an expansion to give more coverage for those who have more longer lasting disabilities or health conditions that Medicaid possibly may not cover. You can't have both at the same time. So you can't have Medicaid and Obamacare at the same time. So you have to make a choice. They both have their pros and cons. I am very careful to not kind of degrade either
Mhm,
program.
mhm, mhm,
I just want to
mhm,
put the facts out here.
mhm,
And as you stated, yes, there was a fine in place. They are working to remove that fine when it
mhm,
comes to Obamacare. They have been looking into removing that fine. So it depends on um, it really depends on, it's a personal choice, the
mhm.
services that you need and you require. I would get into, okay, so Medicaid has a wide span of coverages.
Okay.
Medicaid can cover anything from kids on up to pregnant women to elderly. So there is a wider span of coverage there based on age and the type of care that is needed as well. So I will say there are a lot of pros and cons with Obamacare.
Mhm,
I know the intentions behind it was great intentions,
mhm.
but it can be beneficial for some, and it could not, as you stated. So I'm going to dig into this because it's going to cover a lot of this. So let me go
Okay.
ahead and get started. So okay, so the
Listen,
gap
take
of
us.
people, yeah, the gap of those under insured individuals is literally really kind of 18 to 62. So you think about it, normally you're covered under your parents' insurance until you're about 18. And so that gap when these children becomes adults at 18, and they don't have a job where it offers insurance,
Mhm,
they're out here underinsured.
mhm.
So you think
I
about
saw
that.
them.
Yeah, it's really, really sad. And then you have those who may have disabilities and they can't gain access to those resources that they can get when they turn 63, and they can become federally inclined with the Social Security and with Medicare programming. So we have this span of people that's just left uninsured unless they have a job with commercial insurance. Okay.
Mhm,
So it's a wide span. So when I looked at the statistics, so I get to digging because I always want to know, the community members I'm serving and what these statistics look like. And, they're still working on our 2019.
mhm,
So a lot of our facts are kind of based on 17 and 18.
mhm,
But when you think about it, we have at least, I would say, 14% of community members that are disabled, that are under poverty level. And therefore, they are in need of Medicaid. But this is where the problem lies. They are afraid to go get it. I'm going to start there. So there are three things that are touching when it comes to Medicaid. And this is so personal for me because, like I said, I was sitting on this side of the table where everyone came into the office. Their situation is an emergency. And that's how it always should be taken, as an emergency, because when our situations arise in our lives, we want the same kind of empathy and understanding that this is an emergency to them. They need health care. They need medicines. I need heart medicine. If I don't take it within the next few days, who knows if I'll make it, right? And so those are situations we find when it comes to the underinsured. They can't get medicines. They can't see certain doctors. So it limits them from taking proper care of themselves physically. And not only physically, but mentally, there's a lot of mental illness as well. And so therefore, I am here as a community advocate to continue to secure Medicaid and maintain it. So a lot of our issues come from our community members being scared. And I'm going to start with because their cousins or their aunts may have applied and they said, oh, girl, I made this much money. I just got to be raw right now. I made too much money. They told me I can't get it. So, girl, you can't get it. Right. That's what they believe. And it's so not true. There's a lot of reasons why people are denied Medicaid applications. A lot of it is because they did not respond to the correspondence that are sent out. They move a lot. Our people move a lot. We don't have, these are poverty stricken individuals. They're facing astronomical financial hardships. And therefore, a lot of them are in stable homes. So they're going to miss the mail that comes where they have to respond to the state office and reply with whatever is required or requested. So therefore, that is a hindrance that can get you denied. There's also, I would say, lack of communication. So I can't put all the blame on the state, but there is some that they have to take accountability for. I said, I'm probably going to be blackballed after this, but that's fine. I'm doing this for my people. I already prayed about this. I'm like, okay, Lord, it got to be said.
Okay, we'll endorse. No, let me see. We'll see. But you got to say, hold on. I ain't going to say that yet. Hold on. Let's see first.
Right. It has to be
expressed.
Yes, it has to be stated. There are a lot of overworked case managers, case workers. There are cases, you all can look in our environment and our society now and see the struggles and see that, oh my God, there's no way these case workers are handling this amount of load of cases. That is true in some instances, but there are instances where there are negligence that happens on cases by case managers and case workers. Me being one, I've seen it at firsthand. And so therefore, I know that it can be done if everybody apply themselves as needed to be. And you actually, like I said, have that empathy and that consideration for the struggle and for the need of our community members when they come in asking for help. So with that being said, it leads our community members to be, I would say, not encouraged to want to even apply because of what they go through in the application process. So they can't get anyone on the phone. There's an operator all the time. You're on hold, and I'm on hold, and I help individuals. I'm on hold for hours sometimes. Phone disconnect. You have to get back on hold. It's almost like calling the IRS. So I'm sorry. I'm just being
to make it easy now. Use an online account. Okay.
Yes. But I just want to be realistic. And there has to be a lot of revamping. And I know the state is trying to work to try to implement some way to better service our numbers of need in the community, but it's not happening fast enough. I've seen situations where families also wait and think, oh, they're over income, so they can't get it, so they're not applying. I've had a specific case where a young woman who came to me and right at the brinks of waiting to the last minute to apply for Medicaid for her mother. In the process of the application, the mother passed away. So because she waited so long thinking she was ineligible and her mother ended up being approved, but she was already deceased. So I want to encourage our individuals, don't get dismayed. Don't give up during the process, but it is good to have an advocate because an advocate knows what the caseworkers are supposed to do. So I will say that there has been cases where I've had to go to bat with case managers, like, no, you have this process in place that you can do to help this community member who is applying. And they'll say, oh, but if it was not someone who know the ins and outs, they would simply deny that case. And so it leaves, our people uninsured once again, and they're rehospitalized because they can't get their medications. And so therefore, this is a serious matter. And how I look, it's a repeat cycle. It just goes in circles. They back out the hospital, they can't get Medicaid or their prescriptions, so they're back in. And so it repeats, or back in rehabilitation. Either way, it happens. It continually happens because of the underinsured. So
if I can clarify everything, and thank you. Okay,
really?
listen, a wealth of knowledge. If I could clarify it, so it's what you're saying, what you do and what your company does is you're more like a mediator between the person wanting to apply for benefits
Yes.
and the caseworker, so that if they're denied or for whatever reason, if they aren't being serviced as they feel they should,
Yes.
you can go in and make sure that they are that that the caseworker has exhausted all of the resources before denying or whatever. Are you the liaison or the go-between that
Yes.
can help these people who keep calling the state and not getting an answer, calling their caseworker and bounced around? They can just come to you.
Well, yes. So I will say, I'll clarify a lot of that. So definitely, I am the liaison, but I am a liaison, meaning I walk through it with you. So therefore, all of your mail correspondence, I'm there from the initial application. I assist you with completing the application. I complete you. I help complete with sending off all the necessary documents, help you gather those documents as needed. And we send it on your behalf once everything is put together. Also, in the meantime, there's going to be correspondence from the state of Missouri if they need anything further. But because I normally know what they require, I try my best to have everything before submission. Okay. So there's no reason to send anything back to request anything further. Okay. So I make sure that it's all in place before sending off. But if there are any correspondence that come back, I stay in contact with the applicant. Have you received any mail? If you received any, what does it say? Okay. So I can make sure that we get whatever it is that they're needing. And therefore, if it's something we've already submitted, I will resend it. If it's something that they can ask and help on their behalf of the applicant, so a lot of people may not have worked at the company any longer, there's a certain form that can be sent out by the state of Missouri case managers that can assist in getting that information that is needed. A lot of times they will put it on the responsibility of the applicant, but sometimes you have elderly people. You have people that are disabled and immobile that can't get out, can't go to a bank, can't go to an old employment location to get these documents. So therefore, there are extra steps that the case managers can take to assist in getting these documents. And so sometimes they don't do that. Okay. And because I know that there are other steps, I am here to advocate. It's not to degrade anyone in their job, but it's to make sure that you are fairly processing this application for this applicant.
Look at you. Okay, so then let's just, how they say, is it called brass tacks? Let's just get down to the come down. Who qualifies for Medicaid? What is because I remember back in the day, the Lord has elevated, not like that, not to, okay, so before I say that, I've been there. I was a single mom, so not to degrade anybody who is on any type of state assistance. I'm just saying the Lord has allowed for me to, get my further my education and have degrees and yada yada yada, and I have beyond that. But I remember, listen, honey, the everything clean. Okay.
Yes.
So,
yes. Yes,
the
ma'am.
question is, they used to want you to basically be at zero. They don't help people who's helping themselves, historically. You can make more than $150 before a month before you get certain things, like just
Yeah.
poverty level. Who qualifies?
Yes. So basically, it is based on your income in your household and also your household size. So if
Okay.
you have one child or two dependents, three dependents, it is based on a scale of the poverty line. So I believe you have to be like at 133% of the poverty line. So in order to qualify, you have to be underneath this certain income guideline. Okay. And I believe for one person in a household, you can't make any more than like 1370, 1340. It might have went up. They kind of upgrade the cost of living every year. So all those things fluctuate based on when the cost of living is adjusted as well. So yes, you definitely, but this is the kicker. A lot of people believe, once again, oh, I'm ineligible because I'm over that certain amount. That's not true. It's not true. There are scales to Medicaid. So once you're over that certain amount, you may become a spend down qualifier, meaning that you may have to just spend something out of pocket on medical expenses. It could be a doctor visit, it can be hospitalization, your medicines, to be able to become active on your Medicaid. There are spend downs that can range from thousands of dollars on down to $1. Okay, so that's what I'm here to, change that mental thought of I'm not eligible because I make over this poverty amount. No, you still can be eligible. You just may have a spend down. And that spend down sometimes can still be kind of affordable. So you don't want to totally put it to the side. And there's also other things, Miller Trust. Miller's Trust that you can put money into to be eligible for Medicaid as well. You put that money into a trust and it sets aside necessarily only for your Medicaid needs, your medical expenses. And it makes you eligible for Medicaid as well. It brings your income bracket down when you pay into this Miller's Trust. So it's so many avenues to this Medicaid. And it's just, a lot of people are definitely misled and definitely discouraged, which I understand why they are. And then we also have to remember too, a lot of the times our elderly people don't have access to internet. They don't have access to sometimes I remember being a caseworker, people don't have phones unless they have the government phone or things like that. So they have no access to call or check or even figure out how to get to these resources. Also, they want fax machines. Who has fax machines in their homes unless you have a business? A lot of times. So when you think about the ways they want you to correspond and when the office is open, you're sitting there for hours. People are in pain. They're hurting and they got to sit there for hours and not be serviced properly. I got to put it out there. And so if we just do it correctly the first time, it will eliminate the amount of phone calls. It'll eliminate the amount of visits that are coming in so you can get your caseloads done. All of that goes into that process, definitely.
And you know what's funny? People don't even understand there are so many resources, even once you are approved for Medicaid. So there was a friend of mine, and oh no, never mind. That's not Medicaid. I'm thinking about something else. Because you can, but Medicaid and Medicare, don't you get those free phones?
Well,
they have the government phones. Once you have these benefits,
you have to have a DCN number, which you get when you are active on any kind of state assistance program. So if you have a DCN number, most of the time there are resources that you can tap into with your DCN number. If you think about it, even utility companies are giving discounts on bills for your household.
There's money everywhere, child.
It's money everywhere. AT&T, I believe they give something if you're on. She's like, they give a discount.
I don't give out the wrong information. Listen.
That's what I'm here for. We're going to clear it up. Yeah.
That's not Medicaid. That's Medicare. But that's okay. No, it's not tomato. And it's a difference. But that's okay.
Yeah, it is a difference. A lot of people are confused. It could be confusing. Medicare is federal. Medicaid is state. Yes. That's the main difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will help that.
I didn't know that, but thank you. Yes.
Listen, that's what we're here for. This is what this is for
Come on,
today.
fact checker.
Come on,
Facts, facts, facts.
Yes,
Listen, because I was up here just babbling. No, I wasn't. I thought I knew something, but not enough, Saints. Not enough. Thank God for KK.
No, that's okay. That is perfectly fine. The stories that I hear, sometimes they are comical. When I'm like, you said, they said, what? Somebody told you what? You can't, what? Who told you that? You know?
Right. Is that us?
Yes, yes.
That.
Yeah, you can't get that. They told
She
me
said I could get a free phone on her show.
They told me I could get free
All I had to have was Medicaid. No.
You wouldn't believe. I've gotten calls about getting people houses furnished on Medicaid, and I'm like, no, ma'am, that's not what Medicaid does. We don't go by pictures and TVs and microwaves. But there are resources in the community. I'm quite sure. Yes.
There
yes.
are, you know, and people don't know. So our time is running short, but I want to interject this little thing. This is why we have these shows, because people don't know. Once I started working at Salvation Army, at the Salvation Army, I didn't know that you could contact the caseworker and tell them, like, I need a bedroom suit, I need furniture. Then they connect them to other resources. Like, it's crazy. I didn't know.
Yes.
So, y'all, we have not because we ask not, or for the lack of knowledge.
Yes.
And we out here giving it away. So again, share the show. But we out here giving it away. Because there are resources. We always try to say who don't want to help us. But there is help.
Yes, it is help. And even right now,
sitting on your floor.
No, you have to
not
get
have
up.
Insurance.
Yes, you have to get up and apply.
Yes.
You have to get up and try. You can't give up. You can't sit there and listen to your cousin tell you that you can't get it. You have to try it, but also use your community leaders. Yeah. Ask them about things that you want, and they can reach out to someone else that have it, you know, or they're able to find those resources for you. Like Melva, you and I, we work together on a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. You know, we have a lot of good connections with different people when it comes to helping our community. It's one phone call away. Yes. If I don't have the answer, I am on the phone. I'm calling you. I'm calling a couple of my other people, you know.
Who got Paul? Oh, we gonna name drop because he's gonna be on my next Paul. Yes, Paul Drake.
He is my number one. Paul and Miss Brittany, and Christian Northeast. We have so many connections, and we are in this because we share the same passion to help our people. Yes. And when I tell you, God will make room for what it is. Yes, that you are trying to do when you truly, truly just get up and do it. You have to really, really get up, and you have to really, really try. You have to call. You have to start somewhere. Yeah. Sitting at home and just hoping it's going to fall in your lap is not going to be the answer. You're going to have to get up and call someone. So that is what I'm here for. I am with Under Grace Home Health Agency. I do provide home care services for the elderly and disabled. I am in the process starting the food program for the 18 through the 62. I am really, really surrounding myself around this age group, this age bracket of our community members who are not able to get as many resources. So that is my main focus. But I am here to help anyone who is in need of Medicaid applications. You don't even have to have home care services that you're interested in. I am here to help. Once you get that, your Medicaid, you can go and do whatever you need to do. Anywhere, it doesn't matter. But I am here for a purpose, and I'm here for a mission to help our community.
Well, listen, I am here in any capacity I could be in to help you do what your purpose to do. Amen.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
So, first of all, are you still across the street from me?
I am, but I have a second location that's opening soon in Bridgeton. I have a commercial building I purchased, and so therefore the adult daycare is about to open shortly, as well as the commercial kitchen over there. So for my small business caterers and things like that, look out for me. You will be able to rent my kitchen for a small business package that I'm going to be offering as well. So I am expanding by the grace of God.
Listen.
And so, yes, I'm out here.
And I know you need a bookkeeper, so call me KK.
You know when you're right. You're right.
Listen,
you are right.
You should find out tax prep services. Okay, LLC, pray for us. Okay, KK, we have one more question to ask, and I know we've gone over our time a little bit, but this has been such a great conversation. I'm not in any hurry to get anywhere. So
Okay.
then let me ask you our famous question, KK. What books are you reading, or what's your favorite book? We need to know.
The Bible. No,
Always in order. What else?
okay. Listen. I love learning. I would say that I love learning. I'm always reading. I'm always researching. It doesn't even have to be a book because a lot of my books right now are about loving yourself. I'm
Yeah.
big on loving yourself and just
Right.
making sure I remind myself that self-care is important, even in the midst of all these late night hours and helping everybody else. Just taking self-care, making sure I do that is
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
So I would say to me, that's enough guideline for me biblically. But secondly, I always connect and I read. And so I went to Grace Hill, graduated from the Women in Business program. I look at all of my community leaders. I stay in touch. I reach out to a lot of mentors,
Right.
even if it's for a second. I'm like, okay, I got it. I'll see you in a few months. So that is where the most of my knowledge come from. It comes from those who are before me and
Nice.
those women who are like-minded,
Right.
like me, who we can bounce ideas off of, we can grow together, we can help serve together, because that's what we all should be on this earth for, is to
Listen.
serve, not for
Yes.
ourselves, to serve. And so
Nice.
therefore I do a lot of research in that manner. I do just a lot of reading. I just want to know our statistics of where our people are. So I'm always digging on websites. I'm always, basically communicating with leaders such as yourself, such as when it comes to my relationships with my police captains and with the fire
Yes.
marshals, and I'm always digging. I keep my hands in there just to know what is truly going on and where our people are and how can I grow, how can I learn from you. Well, how was your walk? How was
Yes.
your stumble? Because we all have them. How did
Yeah.
you get back up? How did you keep going? And so that's my target. I really don't have time for books. I'm just
Look
gonna
at
be
you.
100. I don't. The Bible is enough. I do my women's ministry. I do my Bible study. And the rest of the time, I'm like, who I'm on the phone with? Okay, what you
I'm
got
on the
going? What
phone.
you doing? When can we meet? When can we do a brainstorm meeting? That is my life every day. Every day.
Listen, I love it. I'm here for it. I bought the tickets already. You already know. I bought my ticket at the pre-sales. Okay. This
That's
is
right. That's
but this
right.
is what I will say is, for those who say they don't have time to read, I feel you. I used to say the same thing. But one thing I did was, I got an Audible account. You might not want Audible, but like the public library, they'll let you do Audible books where you could just go to sleep listening to it. So if you don't have a favorite book now, I see a favorite book in your future, honey. Because listen,
Yeah.
you already
When
getting that knowledge. You
I'm
already
ready for
getting
my
it. But
vacation and I can get my
yeah,
book going. Okay. When I have,
yeah.
listen, I don't even sleep. So that's what I said. You said read a book. I'm up working throughout the night.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why
up
you
at
put it in
5
your
a.m.
put it in your AirPods.
Listen.
I yeah, now I do have a book I'm reading about privatized banking, but
Okay.
my Barack Obama book, I listen to that at night.
Yes.
I
Yes.
try to get 10 minutes in of it just to think
Just
about
10
something
minutes.
else, just
10
10
minutes.
minutes, 10
Yeah.
minutes a day.
Okay.
And it's
I
a way
need,
to decompress. So
yes.
just a little
Yes.
note.
I
Look,
maybe add something to my Bible because I got to get my scripture in.
listen, that's
Before
what
my
you're
day
supposed to.
start. I do
You
that.
as you're
Yeah.
supposed to. You already know. I don't now. You are talking to you barking up the right tree. That's a must. And then I
Yeah.
still thank God I'm fortunate enough, even through this, I still preaching stuff. So girl,
Yeah.
listen, the Bible I'm always studying. So
Okay.
that's a must
Listen.
too. Look, we doing everything out here. So I'm
Okay.
not gonna hold you any longer. I'm not gonna hold our audience. KK, this has been an absolute treat. This has been a delight. I love you so much. I'm
I,
glad to be able to provide you a platform to be able to share your heart with everyone, share your purpose. So one more time as we leave, can you let us know again? We saw your information scroll at the bottom. Is this the only way we should get in touch with you?
No, first, let me tell you thank you. That's what I wanted to get
Sure.
into. I want to tell
Yeah,
you thank you for allowing me this opportunity to present this. This
of
is my
course.
first time kind of speaking out on this because it is a very sensitive subject. And I don't want the state out like, don't approve none of her people no more because she done went on live. And,
They won't
so
say that,
I'm
even though I am popular. No.
yes, I'm taking a chance here, but I'm doing it because I care, and that's whatever happens, God got me.
Yeah.
However, I wanted to thank my business partner, Miss Tashana, as well, because she grinded with me. So
Right.
we doing this together. You can find me, yes, on the website. You can also email me at undergracehh@gmail.com. So it's just like the website is just at gmail.com. And also you can call me 314-391-9415. I look forward to this
Say
coming
that
year.
again. Say
Oh,
your phone number
314.
again. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Hold on, give us a
314.
second, honey. We got listen. We got a producer that's trying to. You putting her under the gun. 314.
Yes, 391
Uh-huh.
9415.
Thank you. And
You
we
can
can
call
talk to
me
you.
anytime. My phone does not stop ringing day or night. If you think about it, pick up the phone. I don't care what time it is. If I'm available, I'll answer.
Okay. We can get it again one more time.
Three,
314. Repetition
yep,
is our friend.
that's okay. 391 9415.
9415. Sounds good.
Yes,
Thank you. We're
yes.
gonna scroll it and people can get it on the playback. But thank you,
Okay.
KK. Thank you.
Yes,
We're gonna
thank
find. Oh, look
you.
at you. Look at us.
Yes,
You
yes,
see
yes,
that? Look,
doing your
we
thing.
official. You see
Yeah,
that?
official.
Okay.
I
Okay.
feel honored here.
Thank you
I
to
am,
my chief of staff. My
listen.
I don't know. You thinking partners. I got a partner that thanks Shanae Walker, aka
She back
Shanae.
there jamming, I'm telling
Is
you.
she though? Is she making me
Yes.
look good? Praise the
Oh, that's what
Lord.
I'm talking about. I
Praise the
love it. I
Lord.
love it. But
Listen,
I
we work
look forward
together.
to it. Yes,
Yes, me
our
too.
future meetings. I'm building a platform as well to just have some community meetings with women that are like-minded, just to talk about some issues and things that we're facing as business leaders or just as
Mhm.
community leaders. So that will be coming soon as well. So I will keep you all posted on that. It's a brainstorming meeting. We're going to at least have those like once every 2 months or so. So we're going to get that rocking and rolling.
Oh,
Yes.
cute. Call me on it. Call me on it.
Yeah,
I got
I
you.
definitely.
I got you. You already know. I love you,
Yeah.
KK. We got to get out of
Thank
here. Thank
you.
you all. Thank you all for staying over. Thank you all for joining us again. Listen, we got you on
Yes.
resources, on information, on tips. Play this back. Share the show. Let the people know that they don't have to be out here sick and coughing up anything, but they can
Yes.
have insurance. Come and see me, www.finopconsultinggroup.com. Come and schedule your tax appointment. You know you need your taxes done.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Later,
ma'am.
y'all. Love y'all. Bye, KK.
Bye. Thank you.